Hey everybody, welcome to Module 1, Week 3. We're going to wrap up this module on well-being theory and PERMA as we are really building a foundation of understanding on these theories that we're going to use to carry through us for the rest of the course. So in fact, we're going to really get further into PERMA later in the semester, but it's an important foundation to have as we get started. So this video is going to weave in some just kind of like nuts and bolts things, but then also things to keep in mind as we're doing this work together. One, it's Sunday. Some of you are watching this on Sunday, some may see it on Monday, but this is the last day to get your group work turned in. So hopefully you're meeting with your group. I realized in this first module, we're learning about how to do this. And so it's so important as you're beginning a week to scroll through the week, see what's due, see if you have group work, and then go ahead and get that scheduled, even if you aren't going to do the group meeting until days ahead, just to know that you found a common time to meet since we're dealing with different time zones and all of that. So looking forward to pictures, screenshots from those meetings coming in starting tonight. Well, some of you already gotten in, but wrapping up hopefully tonight. And if you're needing more time on that, please always get ahead of that and let me know. Okay, I put a message on Pronto, and I hope at this point everybody's got their notifications set so they're getting notifications from Pronto when a message is going up. But, and this took me by a little surprise, I need to admit that. So with all these changes going on in GOA, something that is new is it used to be all the due dates, or like whatever a due date was, the work wasn't due until midnight of that day. Now it's set to 1 p.m. UTC, and then it gets translated to your time zone. So it may be that a lot of assignments are due at 8 a.m. on the due date, and then it starts to take a late penalty if it comes in after 8 a.m. So check and see what time your due date is. Because I didn't make that clear in the beginning, I've gone back and wiped away early, late submissions, but GOA isn't going to let me do that all semester, so it's really important that it may mean that you're turning in things the night before so that it's not counted as late. Another thing about grading, if you do not do the discussion portion of an assignment, I don't grade it. And so it's a 0 until, and that's GOA policy, until you do the whole thing. So that's why when you print out your calendar at the beginning of the week, you're not crossing things off until you've done the discussion portion of it. And then, that discussion part, it's not busy work. It's an opportunity for you to not only connect with each other, but dig in a little bit deeper into the theory and really think about it and apply it. I always say in the discussion part, like, ask questions, give examples, really try to apply what you're learning so that it is meaningful. And with that, I also want you to use each other's names when you're like starting off a discussion. So like, hey Pratt, when you said such and such, there's something about feeling seen, somebody using your name. It makes us more connected, and it makes us actual humans in this process together. So I think that's really important. Once again, reminder that even if you're taking breaks at your school, if it's not a GOA designated break, then you're still expected to turn work in. But in week 9, you'll get a whole week off from GOA. Okay, just a little bit about what you're going to be working on this week. So now that we have kind of like a foundation of what is positive psychology, you are going to step into the role of a positive psychology researcher, and you're going to think about something that you want to know a little bit more about. My advice to you as you're picking out your topic, get a specific. It's going to be easier to do the more specific you get. So you're going to research a topic, and then you're going to build a questionnaire that you're going to give to some family and friends, like 10 of them, that helps you learn something about the topic. Maybe it's flow, maybe it's accomplishment, maybe it's positive relationships, gratitude, all. Scroll through the semester and pick a topic of something that we haven't even learned yet. The thing to remember, like PERMA would be too big because that encompasses too much. The more specific, the better. And then you're going to compile the data from your questionnaire. And I'm going to give you an example. Maybe you would learn that if you are doing a survey on positive relationships, 50% of your respondents said that they really lean in on positive, like relationships that are meaningful to them during times of sadness or loneliness. Okay, so that's the stat. You report the stat in your write-up, but you got to go in deeper. What does this mean? What does this matter? Why do we care about this in positive psychology? What does it tell us about well-being? The real heart and soul of the assignment is what you interpret from the data you collect. So ask yourself questions. What does this mean? Why is it relevant? What does it tell us about humans' healthiness and well-being? And Brene Brown is a psychologist, and one of the things she says about interpreting research, she's a qualitative researcher, so she's taking people's narratives and trying to find common ground and what it means to be human. But she always says, like, you know, data interpretation is like research with a soul. It's bringing what really matters to it. So keep thinking about, like, this is research with a soul. You're going to go deep with this. Okay, getting ready to wrap up this video, and of course I'm going to end it with a question that I asked for you, and then you're going to go to Pronto and you're going to respond back to me. But I was just listening to a podcast this morning, and they were talking about just the amount of anxiety we know that humans experience in today's day and age. And one of the things that they said was so valuable, I thought, was the idea that anxiety is often very future focused, right? Like, it is all about our worries for the future. Sometimes depressive symptoms are about looking back, but anxiety is about future focus. So if that is true, then perhaps the way to settle some anxiety is being in the moment. So my question to you is, what is going okay in this moment that allows you to maybe soothe some of the day-to-day anxiety you feel as you are looking into the future? The unknown, uncertainty, humans aren't really built to love that stuff. If you're one of the unique souls who loves it, lucky you, but most of us find it a little unsettling. It can stir up something in us. But it is the moment, in this moment, we are typically okay.